We live by faith and not by sight. I think my church, Grand Blanc United Methodist Church, uh, might agree with me that I need to start paying royalties to the author Anne Lamott because I quote her so often. And one of my favorite quotes of hers is this: "The opposite of faith isn't doubt, it's certainty." I think Paul would agree with me. The Apostle Paul, not some other Paul that you may know. He says here, we live by faith. We walk by faith, not by sight. Sometimes we get caught up in the things that we can see. You know, our senses: sight, touch, smell, taste, hear. But that's not all that there is it? We all know there's this sixth sense that we don't name among those five. It's the awareness of something that we can't describe. Sometimes people will talk in interviews about looking for an X factor. I mean, there's even a show that was named after it, looking for talent out there among the masses. The X factor is something that you know it when you come across it, but you can't describe what it is. You can't describe what you're looking for. I think about faith as kind of like that X factor. Sure, I know some things, I can observe some things, I can touch, taste, smell, hear, etc., some things. But faith is one of those things that you can't always do those things with. But you know it's there. The things that we believe in can't always be seen. And so we can't rely on our sight, as Paul reminds us. We have to simply observe it, experience it. I'll give you an example. Someone asked me several times, but one time recently, how I know that there's a God. Now, my answer was a little bit longer than this, but essentially what I told them is that I can't tell them how I know God in a way that would convince them that there's a God. Rather, I know that there's God. I know that God's real. I know that there's truth, so much more than fact truth, but a truth about who Jesus is in my life and in our world. And I'm so abundantly aware of it, but yet I can't prove it to you. I just know it for myself. And I hopefully know it for you and would hope to be able to share that with you and walk with you as you yourself have that experience that helps you know it. We walk by faith, not by sight. Do I always understand the things that I believe? No. And I don't know that that's entirely necessary. I don't need to know how resurrection worked with Jesus to trust that somehow it did. I don't need to know exactly how God came to this world in Jesus for it to have happened. I just trust that somehow in God's mysterious ways that it did. I walk by faith because I've experienced God in my life, and I can name that. Are there things that I am absolutely certain about? Sure. But I can't prove it. I can only help to show it. Amen.